Okay, good morning, everybody. I am excited that we are doing this workshop. I know when new people join our team, or even if you're considering joining 31, it's kind of helpful just to know where to start. I love to do this workshop. We usually tend to do it on Saturday mornings because we catch everybody before they get going off to their week. So I've got a slideshow that I'm going to share, but before I do that, I just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Wessner. Now, I just recently got married. My name used to be Jennifer Pasalakis. So all of my friends in 31 still call me JP because nobody could pronounce Pasalakis. So I hope that you guys will call me JP as well because you are my friends. I have been a consultant for 14 years, if you can believe that. I joined because I wanted to earn some extra income. And honestly, what I really wanted when I joined was to be able to go to Starbucks and not feel guilty. I was a new mom staying at home. I had a toddler at home. I worked in the corporate world by trade. I'm an accountant. I've got my CPA license and I did taxes, and that was not fun. But after my daughter was born, I did not want to go back to the corporate world. So I turned to direct sales. I was familiar with direct sales because of their flexibility and their ability to make money by being able to be at home. And that was my greatest desire, is just to stay at home with that little one. But I wanted to be able to go to Starbucks and not feel guilty. My favorite drink at Starbucks is pumpkin spice lattes. So if you hear me talk about PSLs, that's what I'm talking about. And that's my original why, was to be able to go. So we are moving into my favorite season of the year, which is the fall. We are all things pumpkin. I love frosted mini wheats that are pumpkin flavored. I love pumpkin loaves. I love pumpkin muffins. So food is definitely my love language. Once you get to know me, you're going to know that I love food for sure. That's my love language. But my goal today is really truly to provide some ease in your belly. I know as you're starting your business, there's a lot to learn. There's a learning curve, just like there is with any job. And I hope that you guys think of 31 as kind of your job, whether it's your fun job, your side job. It could be a hobby, but I want it to be an income producing hobby for you. 31, I told Krista this the other day. I said 31 is for me the easiest company for me, just because here's my 30-second spill. Okay, it's not spillable, it's not breakable, it's not going to break your face out. Nobody's stomach is allergic to our product, and even men and our grandmothers know how to use our product. There's no demonstration involved. It's not going to melt in the back of your car, and you're not going to have to go home and do dishes after your party. So for me, 31 is a product that requires no demonstration. I can reach and hold out a bag to somebody and they know immediately to put it on their shoulder. They know how a zipper works. They know what pockets are for. So you're going to find that your product is pretty easy because everybody knows how to use it, right? The thing that is going to help you with your business is making sure people know that you have a business. And we can do that in so many different ways. We can do that on social media. We can do it by word of mouth. We've got lots of support from 31 when it comes to business collateral, meaning catalogs and a website and order forms and all that. So really 31 allows you to be creative as you want. Or you can mimic what other leaders are doing. And I hope that I will help you with that a little bit today. Okay, so let me share my screen and we're going to get directly to kind of the reasons why people join 31. Oh, let me go back. Y'all got to see that picture. Okay, Penny, can you see my screen? Give me.
Yes.
Okay, good. You're the face that I see, so I'm going to look to you if I need to ask y'all something. Okay. You guys are muted, but this is very interactive. You can unmute and ask me questions at any time. I'm going to talk a little bit, and then I'm going to ask you guys to put some things in the chat if you're on with us live. Okay, so this is a picture that was just recently taken at our national conference, which happens once a year. It was in Ohio. Next year, it will be in Ohio as well. And this is a picture of our leaders. So if you're on this workshop, you will see me right in the front. I'm your senior executive director for our lineage, but you may find your director, if it's not me, in this picture as well, because this was all the leaders from our impact. So I'm thankful that we have a group of women that want to lead. They're the ones that you'll look to for training and support and cheerleading. And I just feel like we have a really great great group of leaders. So leadership is something you may consider moving into after you start really getting your business going. Once you sponsor your very first person and you guys both reach your first $1,000 in sales, you are eligible to promote. You will automatically promote to senior consultant. Okay, so it all starts with one. And it will grow, I promise you, as long as you're having fun in your business. So let me tell you the 3 reasons that people join 31. They join because they loved our products. They're easy. They've been around them. Maybe someone's gifted an item to them. I'm finding a lot of people still have not heard of 31. And so you may discover that as well. Second reason is they join is for the income. That was the reason I joined, wanted to make some extra income. Some women are looking to come home to their children. Some women are looking to pay their mortgage. Okay, so we have all kinds of different income goals. And then the third thing is sisterhood. Sometimes think about my story. I worked in the corporate world with a bunch of men. I needed a group of women that were more than just work buddies. I needed some sisters. Okay, so those are the 3 reasons. So let's talk about the solution selling of our products. So here's a couple of pictures I pulled. I love this. We don't sell products, we sell stories and solve problems, products that make day-to-day easier, organized, and more fun. So as you look through the catalog, as you look through different graphics that we have, you'll see that we try to tell a story. So in this first story, it's a travel story. You can see they've arrived at their hotel. They're filling up that dolly cart with all of their products and all of their things that they need for the week. The second one may be a teacher set. She's got her lunch bag. She's got her purse. She's got her coolers, all the different things that she needs to be prepared for the day. And the last one may be sending our kid off to band camp. It may be sending our kid over to a sleepover at a friend's house. So when you paint the story, I believe people can start visualizing themselves as well as their family using your product. So think about that very first picture. Where do you want to go? Where's the last trip that you went to? How can these products make life a little easier in getting you to your destination? So I want y'all to think about that. People love and are attracted to our products first, but it's going to be you telling the story that helps them visualize how they can use the products in their own lives. Here's a couple of pictures I pulled from one of our consultant groups. I love this first picture. This girl has got her brand new purse. She's got her All About the Benjamins wallet and her Ruby Mini. And this is her set. She's set for the summer. She's got her bag. She's got her 2 accessories. We talk a lot about your core plus 2 products. So her core product is that purse. And then the plus 2 are those accessories down there. She may be going out to a date night and she just wants to grab that little wristlet with an anchor. Maybe she's running into the grocery store and she just wants to grab her wallet. So think about the core plus 2. What 3 items pair well together? When you're talking about products, solutions is what solves the problem. So this girl is ready for work. She could grab and go out to dinner, and then she can run into the grocery store. So I'm painting the picture of how all 3 of those products work well. You see they coordinate, but they will take her different places. The second one is, okay, so she's buying for herself, but then she's also buying gifts. We are 31 gifts. So don't forget the gift part in 31. These are some Ruby Minis. And so we've got a bride that's getting married and she's grabbing some of these extra Ruby Minis as her bridal party gifts. Maybe she's doing this for a family function. Maybe Christmas, she gets all the women in the family matching Ruby Minis and personalizes them. Personalization is what makes us stand apart. So having a little Ruby that says that has bride on it, that's just kind of fun. That's just fun to be able to have that. So remember the gifts part in 31. Now, to help you always be relevant and timely and on trend, we have 4 catalogs a year. So our next catalog comes out September the 1st and will last through the end of December. So every 4 months, every quarter, you're going to get a catalog. Okay, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So I may have my dates wrong, but so no, I'm telling y'all wrong. Every 3 months, 3, 6, 9, 12. Sorry, I'm an accountant. I can't do the math this morning. Every 3 months, you're going to get a new catalog. Okay, so our next catalog starts Is that right? September, October, November, December. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you guys so wrong here. We have 4 catalogs a year. Okay, so then on top of that, we also have capsules, what we call capsules, and these are seasonal capsules. So right now we have just launched our fall capsule. Okay, and then we have our Halloween collection. So our catalogs are kind of our core products. Those are our large utility totes, our thermal totes, our zipper pouches, and then on top of that, we have a seasonal capsule. That's what we call them. We have catalogs and capsules. The catalogs will be tis the season, whatever the season is. You may see Valentine's Day come out. You'll see summer fun. You'll see, here we are with pumpkins and all things Halloween. And then we'll have a Christmas one coming out too. So you always have your core catalog, but then it's like when you walk into the store and you see the Christmas aisles or you see the Valentine's aisles, that's how the capsules work. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Sorry for the confusion on the dates there. Okay, so here is kind of where we are now. So the season is now for sure. We're moving into the busiest part of our sales year. We do 40% of our business in the last quarter of our year because we are truly a gift company first. So look at this little girl. She's got her little, her little treat candy there. These are great for teachers. You can put a box of Kleenexes in it and send it to the teacher for a happy Halloween gift. We've got our tote here with the theme of fall, and it's loaded up for those tailgating parties, for those nights that you're going to be roasting marshmallows. Okay, so these are additional items of our main catalog that will get your friends thinking about what activities they are doing for the season. And then starting on September the 1st, like I said, our fall catalog will be launching. That will go through the end of December. And then we will launch our Christmas capsule. So all of these things that we're holding, this is from our national conference, which hopefully you guys will always try to attend that. It's only once a year, but you get to play around in the product playground and get fun pictures like this. This is our holiday capsule that will launch on October the 1st. So we'll have a little bit of an overlay of ending our fall capsule and launching our holiday capsule. Okay, so you always have newness to present to your customers. Okay, so let's move on to the income. So that's enough about the products. That's your number one thing that you'll probably be focused on, getting in front of your customers. But let's talk about what's in it for you, income. But not only do we have income, we have all these perks. That's what makes direct sales companies different. You don't just show up for a paycheck. We have all these perks that you are eligible as well from the first day that you sign up. But let's start with the money. We make commission. You have a new program as a new consultant, and then we have seasonal product incentives to help you get those products in your hands. So let's go right to the money. This is the number one question. Okay, if you're taking notes, write this down. This is the number one question I get asked. How much money can I make? Okay, so let's just answer that with what you start with. You start out making 25% of everything that you sell. So let's say you sell $1,000 in your first 30 days, you've made a $250 paycheck. You make 25% of everything that you sell. Now, as you move into leadership, you can earn some extra income, but this is where everybody starts. The one big thing I want to make sure that you do see and understand at 31 is that we do not keep inventory. So I know some direct sales companies, maybe it's a perishable item. They encourage you to buy inventory, to have those items on hand. You may make a little bit bigger commission starting out, but the reason is because they know that you have to buy it up front and you have to keep inventory, and there is an expiration date on it. This is very different at 31. You make 25%, and we encourage you not to keep inventory. We do not want your money tied up in inventory, and the reason is we're a personalization company. I'm never going to have a bag that says penny. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have bags available for personalization. And if you're only selling out of a shelf, you take out that personalization option. Okay, so making sure that you don't have a lot of money tied up in inventory is a priority for us. You start out with 25%. We get paid twice a month. We get paid on the 10th and the 25th. Okay, the 10th and the 25th. Now, anything that you sell from the 1st of the month to the 15th of the month, you will get paid for on the 25th. Okay, anything you sell from the 16th through the end of the month, you will get paid for on the 10th in the following month. So we get paid twice a month. Basically, the month is divided in half. Anything you sell from the 1st through the 15th, you get paid for on the 25th. Okay, and we do direct deposit, which makes it easy to come right into your bank. Okay, the first paycheck will be 100% your commission. The second paycheck, the one that we get on the 10th, will have your team override. So if you move into leadership at the senior consultant, very first level you move into, you'll start earning some overrides on your team. That will always be in the 10th paycheck. Okay, so let's talk about the AMP Jumpstart program. So right from the beginning, you make 25% on everything that you sell. And then as a brand new consultant in your first 90 days, we want to help add to your kit. We have 6 products here. There's actually 7. I'll point this one out in just a second. You can earn all of these products in your first 90 days. And that's what we're going to focus on at the end of this webinar, this workshop, is to help you understand how to do that. Your first 30 days, your first $300, you get rewarded right away with a lunchbox. We know that our thermals are a big part of our top sellers, so we get you a thermal in your hand right away. And you do 500 in your first 30 days, which, by the way, 500 is kind of like our minimum that we want our hostesses to reach. And we'll talk about that hostess program in a minute. But 500 is kind of where we always set the bar for our hostesses to reach as their minimum. Okay. When you hit 500 in your first 30 days, you're going to get another product. And that little icon right there, you're going to get a bonus 2 months free of your website. That is worth the weight of gold right there. Having an online storefront is #1 way people are shopping right now. And you want to be a part of that. And then let's move on to your 90-day rewards. You like all these little mile markers because they want you to have wins and celebration and reward right away to get you excited about your business, to get more products in your hand. And they know when you do this, you're also making money. 1,000 in your first 90, 2,000 and 3,000, you'll get rewarded for these different levels. This first 30 days is the most important to me. Those are the first rewards that you definitely want to mark on your calendar to earn. And those start swell dates, or those AMP Jumpstart dates, are on your dashboard once you log into TOT. So I'll show you where to find those dates. Okay, but really mark these on your calendar. These are very important for you to earn. #1, because it really rewards you for launching your business right away. Sometimes we overthink it and people don't earn these because they don't get started. And I'm like, there is 7 things here for you to earn in your first 90 days. And I also told you that there's extra product incentives. So every time a new season comes out, 31 knows when we have products in our hands, we're going to be able to sell them better, whether it's showing them in person or going online on Facebook or in your social media. So right now, if you're a new consultant, sorry, you can double dip in some of these rewards. Remember, I told you if you sold 300 in your first 30 days, you get this lunch bag. Well, if you're not in your AMP Jumpstart, that's okay, because this is for everybody. So it says free for fall. I told my team yesterday, free for fall is for all of y'all. Okay, this is everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a new consultant or not. When you sell $300 between August 1st and August 15th, you're going to get this free wine bag. They call it a thermal market bag, but it's great for wine bottles. And then if you do 500 and you do 1,000 in these first 15 days of the month, these products are going to be in our fall catalog, which launch on September the 1st. So getting these products in your hands early allows you to be able to launch the new season strong. So never miss these incentives, because it's how you get free products in your hand. And again, y'all heard me say I'm in it to make money, right? So I don't want you guys spending a bunch of money. Let's move on to the other perks. So here's some other perks I added just to make sure that you're aware of them, not necessarily that you're 100% focused on them, but this $50 product credit, this is a kind of a big deal. So if you sponsor someone, and if you're a new consultant, do not do this, okay, because you don't think you know enough. That's what I'm here for. That's what your director and your sponsors are here for. When you bring on a new person and she sells $1,000 in her first 90 days, you will promote to a senior consultant if that's your first one, and 31 rewards you as the sponsor by giving you a $50, basically it's called a PICA credit, but it's free business supplies. You can use it to buy catalogs. These are super important for me because this is how I pay for my catalogs. I make sure I'm sponsoring, telling people about 31 opportunity. They can become a consultant just like me. And when they sell $1,000 in their first 90 days, I will get a $50 credit that I can use to buy my catalogs. Of course, there's something in it for her because she's got all those 7 products to earn. So 31 is encouraging her to sell 1,000 in her first 90 days. And it's encouraging me as the sponsor to support her because I've got $50 up for grabs. Now, there's also a top earners trip. And this year we're actually earning Cabo. You may have heard next year we're working on earning Disney. So I'm excited about that. We have these top achievers trips. You do not have to be a director to earn these. This is open for everybody if you're a top achievers, and there is a tracker in the chart of how you earn it. And you'll probably even see a tracker on your dashboard on TOT 31 today when you log in. These trips are open to everybody. So if that's something, if traveling is one of your love languages, you may want to really look at these. And then we've got leader pay and perks. So as you promote up, we have extra money and extra products to earn as you move up into our directorship level. Okay, so those are a little bit more detailed. But so let's end this segment with talking about the sisterhood. So I love sharing these pictures because they're all important to me. The first one is my friend Cindy. And I'll tell you, Cindy works in the legal world, and I love that she's standing there with pink and buttons and believe you are worthy shirt. She doesn't wear that at the court, like going into the courthouses and her legal meetings. She doesn't wear pink and look like this. But at 31, she can come in and take on the role of being a cheerleader for other women. She has her own business that is thriving. She was one of our directors on our team. She's just super, super sweet. And then here's me in the beginning, here's me in the middle. And I'll put this high fives and hugs. Remember, I told you I came from the accounting world. We didn't hug each other. We didn't high five each other going down the hallways in the corporate world. But at 31, we hug a lot. We give lots of high fives, and you're going to find support they're just truly passionate for you. It's not that they're making money on you. It's not that they, are even on your team. They just truly are proud of you for what you're doing in this business. So you're going to experience that 10 times over, sometimes just in a shout out on Facebook, sometimes walking across stage at our conference. And then accountability groups. So as you start showing up, as long as you're present and as long as you're coming to things, whether it's virtually, you're going to start meeting other women on our team. So there's my friend Cindy right there. And then here's me in the very corner. And these are some of our other girls that we're all kind of in an accountability group where we celebrate each other's wins. Okay, so hopefully you'll find that as well. Here's a couple of my friends that gave some testimonials. This is Monica and Kelly. They're both from Ohio, and they're on 2 different teams, but they definitely have supported each other. They've been around for quite a while. Monica from 2014, Kelly in 2017. One of them loves the sisterhood. The other one loves the products and the friendships. So these are kind of testimonials that you'll start experiencing for yourself. When you get started, we want to start you on the solutions of the products like we went over. But at the end of the day, it's your why. It's why do you want to do this? Are you in it for income, for products, for sisterhood? Maybe your why is to pay for ballet lessons. Maybe your why is to take your family to Disney. Whatever that why is, it could be income. It could be a specific income goal. I had a girl join because she wanted to be able to pay for her college books. She comes and sells only during the summer. This is her summer job, and that's how she pays for her books for college. So don't discriminate on who you share the opportunity with because everybody has different income and goals in their life. Okay. Once you get started, the first thing you're going to do and see is an email from 31 that's going to give you a consultant ID. Write that down, brand it on your hand, write it in your calendar. That's how you're going to log in to everything. Okay, you're also going to have a sponsor. So whoever you signed up under, that's your sponsor. She's the one that is going to cheer for you. She's the one that you can ask direct questions to. She may not know everything because she may be new herself. That's okay. That's where the director comes in. And that's what I am. I'm a director with the company. I have a team. So whether you signed up under me or somebody else on my team, my goal and my job is to support both of you. And so hopefully you know who your director is. If you don't know who your director is, let me know and I can tell you who it is. And then if your director is out of pocket, there's somebody above her as well that can support you. So you should never be sitting there without support, because we also have a website. We also have a telephone number that you can call. Our home office is very, very help oriented, and they're very much celebration oriented. Okay, so you got lots of support to help you. So where do we start? So we start with your starter kit. So it doesn't matter which kit you started with, you've got products in your hands and you have an opportunity to put 7 more items in your hands. Okay, so whatever kit you started with, this is our biggest kit that we offered this season in the fall. So if you've got new people joining underneath you, this is one of the kits they can choose from. We start you out with some really great products, and then we give you the opportunity to add some great products to that. So you've got everything that you need in your kit. You've got a website, you've got products, you've got incentives, and you also have a paycheck to earn. Okay, so this is where you're starting. Now let's kind of move forward. And let me look at the chat button. Sorry, I should be looking at the chat just to make sure. Let me just look. Okay, here's our chat button. Oh, you guys are celebrating each other. Penny, you're $80 away from level 1. Krista is celebrating you. She's ready to go to Cabo. Alicia is $67.50 away from the fall reward. Krista's celebrating. Krista's got her pom-poms out tonight. That's amazing. I just want the pink bags. Yes, Krista, that's part of our leadership role or program. I love it. I love that you guys see you're in the right place because you guys are celebrating each other, and that's truly what this company is about. Okay, so let's move into where the actual training happens. And this is, which I guess that was training. I want you guys to know why people join. And so that gives you some ideas of how to approach people. Okay, so the first 3 steps you're going to want to do is get online, launch your party, and we're going to talk about me plus 3. So getting online truly is where you can start, because when you start, you don't have your kit in your hands yet, right? We want you to get online and start getting familiar with what we have to offer. So the first thing that you'll want to go to, and you'll get an email that has this link in it, it's 31today.com. This is where you're going to set up your website, but this is also where you're going to get all the information from our home office. So I'm going to take a minute and just show you what that looks like. So when you get logged in, I should log out and let me show you. Let me show you how you do this. So you're going to go to 31today.com. Write that website down if you don't already have it. Save it as one of your favorites. You're going to type in your consultant number. Remember, I told you to write that down, write it everywhere. And then you're going to put your password in here. Okay. So once you put your ID in, you put your password in, it's going to bring you to this section. Now, here's the biggest thing I want y'all to notice. Hopefully you guys can all see this. When you start as a new consultant, it'll have this new consultant view turned on. Okay, so I'm going to turn mine on so y'all can see. This is probably what you see. They do this because they want you to stay focused on your new consultant training. It's right here, this new consultant training. If you've not done that yet, and I'm going to give you a little secret because I have not actually done all of it. When you click on this, it's actually separated into 5 different modules, and I would really encourage you to do that. But see these little check marks? Can y'all see this check marks? This is tracking for your benefit, to show you what you've done and what you've not done. It tells you how long each training is, and it tells you which ones you have and haven't done. So I've done all the after your launch party ones. Okay, or maybe that tells you how many minutes you got left. That's the total and when you start, but it tells you what you've done. So as a new consultant, I would set one of your training goals is to complete all this, and you'll know you've completed it when you've gotten all the check marks. Okay, and I would encourage you guys, once you get all the check marks, send that to your sponsor. Let her know that you've done it. This is the basics of the business that will give you a good overall picture. And a lot of times those questions you're asking in the very beginning are right here. So this setting up your business, personalize your website, it's all in this section. Even though that's usually where I help new consultants the most, it's all right here. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the home. So they keep you focused on the things that are important, that new consultant kit, but you can turn that off and you have access to more. Okay, there's going to be more. So when you scroll down, let me just kind of show you some of this. You're probably going to see a tracker like this Cabo one. You're going to see a tracker that is for the new consultant program. It will help you track where you're at getting to that first $1,000 in your first 90 days and those 7 products that I talked about. That tracker is huge for you to keep yourself accountable and to know where you are in earning those 7 products. Okay, so that your first 90 days, it'll go away after that. And then you're going to see this Cabo tracker. This is what I was talking about, that trip. Again, that trip is for everybody. Okay, so I actually can go in here and search one of you girls up. So let me look at, let's look up Penny. Here's Penny. She's on the call today. So I can look at her, and she's a brand new consultant, but look, she's got 1,700 points already. So she's just starting her business and she's already getting points and earning this trip. It may not be in the cards this year, but next year I told you we're going to Disney. And so this is going to help you just get excited and stay accountable to earning those points to get you to those trips. These are top achiever trips, so they're not as easy to earn as the AMP Jumpstart, but there's something that you could put on your goal list for in the future. Okay, if you're an upper level leader, we've got a trip for Dubai that we can earn, and then down here, there's another chart that shows you some things. And so also on here, you're going to be able to see, like right now, my sales for August are $650. So that's where I'm at. So I've earned level 2 of that fall incentive. And as you start growing a team, it'll show you what your team has done. So lots of trackers right on your front of your dashboard. The biggest section I use on this website is this marketing tab. So as you're launching your business and setting up your business online, you want to go into the marketing tab. That's where I spend the bulk of my time. This is where all the information is for the sales, for the selling, for the sponsoring, for your party. So if you're trying to do a virtual party, there's a whole virtual party section here that will help you. You've got your August materials. So if you clicked on any of these, let's just click on the Halloween capsule. I told you we're in the middle of Halloween. It's all right here. You've got a training video to watch. You've got tons of different flyers you can download, and look at all these graphics, 31 supplies for you. If you like to make your own graphics, I know some of you guys do, there's a zip folder that's got some white box pictures. Let me see, lifestyle pictures, graphics, all these different things. Okay. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. They've got lots of things out here for you to share. And if you follow the 31 Gifts Facebook page, which is open to the public, they're always posting things out there. Like today, I grabbed a couple of pictures off of it. The biggest thing I wanted to show you was this virtual office. This is where you're going to set up your website. So here is your virtual office. So I just clicked again, went to 31today.com. On the left-hand side, I clicked on virtual office. If you come here, you're going to see a lot of stuff at the top. Everybody's websites kind of looks the same, but when you personalize it, this is how your customers are going to understand, you know, whose website they are on. So going back to that slide that I was here, this is where we went. Now we're moving into setting up your website, and I'm going to show you this real quick. But again, there's training out on TOT. I've got a video. Your sponsor can help you do this. But the first things you're going to want to do is know that you have a website. Okay, so your website, everybody's website in the company is my31.com/your consultant ID. Remember, I told you to remember your ID? This is why. Your website is my31.com/whatever your ID is. That will always, always be your website. But your customers are not going to remember that number. So we want to rename it. Okay. The 3 things that you should do to get your website up and going before you share it, because nobody's going to remember that number, is to rename your website, to upload a picture of you, and fill in the About You section. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. I'm just going to open mine, and my31.com/Jennifer is my website. When you go to my website, there's a picture. This is what I'm talking about. There's a picture. It will be defaulted as a gray silhouette. You do not want that. Nobody wants to shop from a gray silhouette. They want to shop from you. Put your picture there. When you click on this, there's an About Me section. Do you see this About Me? I'm going to show you guys mine. Now, mine's a little bit more crazy, but they want to know something about you. They want to know something about you. It's blank until you fill it out. So the first thing I do is I share my Facebook group. If you have a separate social media platform you want to direct them to, now they can't click on it, but they could type it in. And I did something fun. I changed this last year and I did 10 things about me. This has gotten a lot of feedback, like 10 things about me. So instead of just saying, hey, I'm a Southern girl and blah, 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 all this, I kind of listed 10 things about me. And it's funny how many people comment on that. And then because I've been in it for 14 years, I listed some of my accomplishments. But take time to fill in your about me. It is important. The other thing you'll see is my parties. So here is all the different parties that I've got going on right now. Okay, so you'll see I've got two hostesses, and I'm doing my own party myself, which you should always have an open party link for you out there. Okay, so let's go back to how to do that. So here is your virtual office. You're going to click on your profile, so home and then profile. Okay. We're going to click on profile and you'll see it's got your name and your information. If you go all the way to the end, my website information, this is where you're going to update your website. So again, everybody's website is my31.com/your ID. That is going to be there. When you click here, it's going to be there. Once you've renamed your website, it's going to have a second link. Both links will always work at all times, but your customers will remember this one better. This is where you upload your profile. If you've got a picture on your phone that you can, upload, or you've got whatever you want to use. I encourage you to do a picture of just you. Don't put a picture of your dog. Don't put a picture of a pink box. People want to shop from people. So make sure you've got a people picture, okay? So all you do is come down here to say personalize. When you click on that, it's going to ask you the name to show. If the name you've registered as a consultant with is not the name you go by, then change it. Put it right here. This is where you're going to rename your website. Remember I told you mine was my31.com/Jennifer. You're going to put a word here. Now, if your name is Jennifer and you went to do Jennifer, it's going to say that's already been taken. So you may find if you have a common name like mine, it'll already be taken. I do know that some people will use words if they've got a word or a tagline or something that's important to them, or they may do their first initial and their last name, or I could have, as short as my name is, I could have just done Jennifer Wessner. So whatever you are wanting your website to be, this is where you do it. Just one word. Okay. Don't put any spaces. Don't put any spaces in there. It's one word, and that will rename it. Once you've done that, you can scroll down here and hit save, and it'll tell you if that's a good website or not. And then that's what you start putting on your catalogs and in your social media. So you can put in some things that describe your business. Like I put everyday solutions for parties online. I just kind of described it. Meta words. If somebody went to Google and they were looking for you, what words would you want to come up? So I put everyday solutions, everyday pantry solutions. I've got all kinds of words that if somebody Googled, and I was trying to get to the bottom, you can also type in words that if they look up. So at one point we were going to, we were going to go into the Spanish Hispanic population, and we did not do that. So I probably need to update that. But I put some states that I know does not have consultants. So if they type, or doesn't have a lot of consultants, I should say, haven't updated this in a long time, but you could type in your hometown. You could put in your city that you live in, put some things in that if people Googled, you would want them to find you. Okay, show your cell phone, make sure that you've got a telephone number. You do not need to show address. It doesn't matter where you live. We can sell in all 50 states. We can sell in all US states, okay, in US properties. So make sure that you don't show your address. It doesn't matter if you live in North Carolina or California, you can sell in any state. Make sure all these are checked. Your picture, your email, your parties, and show me on locator will help let them know that there's a consultant in your state and your city. And then here's where you fill in that about me section. Remember I said that my 10 things about me, here it is. Okay. Once you've done all that, you hit save. You'll probably have to refresh it. And then you'll see your new website pop up here. Update your profile, click that. Okay. So there's a lot to do in your back office. That's the biggest thing as a new consultant you need to do right away before you share your website. Let me see if there are any chats in here. Okay. All right. So let's go back to this. Oops, sorry. So now we've done that. The next thing to do now you've got your website set up. The next thing to do is set up your launch party. So let's talk about your launch party. You've got your website ready. Now you're ready to share it with everybody. Now you're ready to tell everybody that you're in business and here's your online link, here's your storefront. You've got your kit. Maybe you go live and share that on social media. Maybe you are doing an in-home party. You want to do your launch party in your first couple of weeks. Your excitement is contagious. You're at the high of your business right now. Your kit's not quite got there yet, but that shouldn't stop you from doing any work in your business. You can get this launch party going. Pick a date. When do you want to have your party? Your kit's going to be there in 3 to 5 days. Depending on shipping, but I would say in general, 3 to 5 days. Pick a date, say, you know what, I'm going to do it on Thursday night. I like to do Thursday nights. Thursday night, I'm going to do an in-person event with my local friends and family and show off my new kit. Or, hey, I'm going to do a party for 5 days on Facebook. Doesn't matter what type of party you do, as long as you get a party going. You're going to set up the link. And then you're going to make your guest list of who you want to invite. We'll talk about Frank, and then start inviting the people to it, whether it's an in-person or online. So let's talk about this, set up the link. Okay. So we're going to go back to your site. We've already worked on the home tab. We did your profile. Now let's click on the next one, which is parties. If you click on parties, remember I showed you that I had 3 pictures on, or 3 parties on my website. Here they are. All you have to do is say new party. You're going to click on new party, and it walks you through all the things that you need to do. So we're going to say we're going to do a virtual party. We're going to do a Facebook party. So we're going to say choose insider. Is the insider you or someone else? It's going to be me. This is my launch party. We're going to say shipping options. All of our things directly ship to the customer by default. Let me tell you why this is. Everybody has to pay shipping regardless of where it's shipped. But when we ship it directly to customers, we used to not do this. Now it goes directly to the customer unless you change it. Okay, unless you change it, it's going to go directly to the attendees. This will alleviate the delays in the shipping of getting it to the insider and then her hand delivering it, taking it to the customer. Everything used to come to the hostess. Now we're like, you know what? We need to ship it directly to the customer. You don't know if the insider or even you yourself have animals that people are allergic to. You don't know if with COVID going on, what's happening, right? So shipping it directly to the customer is faster and safer for you as the consultant to ensure your customers get their products. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that this was by default. You can change it to insider or consultant, but again, they pay the same shipping. It's a flat $6.95 shipping if they spend $100 or more, or it's $8.95 if they spend less. Now, if you've ever shipped anything from one state to another, you will know that that is a good shipping price. So flat $6.95 for $100 or more, or more orders, or $8.95 for less than 100. So I always talk about get discounted shipping when you spend 100. Okay, let's go to next. So now it's going to ask you for the party name. So let me see who I've got on here. So we're going to do Heather. I see Heather's on here. We're going to say Heather's Bob Totes and Treat. You don't have to say launch party, Totes and Treat party. Okay. Or you could say, if you don't want to use the word party, some people are hesitant about using party, you can use shop. So this is our thing. Okay, so I always tell what the special is. So for August, now this is going to change in September. So if you're watching this, the recording, or watching it later, this is our August customer special. They can choose any item at 50% off when you spend 50. Now it's going to change in September. They're changing the customer special, but this is the August. We're going to start this party. Let's start it on Sunday. Okay, we're going to start it tomorrow, and we're going to run this party. We're going to run it for, let's go through the 19th. Okay, so I always say 10 days is usually the most, but I also want to be able to cover 2 paydays. A lot of people get paid on Fridays. So in this particular example, I'm going to do it on the 19th. Okay. Now, you do not have to have a party end date. You can leave it open-ended. But what I will tell you is women need a deadline. Women like to procrastinate. And I'm saying that because I'm a woman. I can say that with confidence. Women procrastinate. So we're going to give them 12 days. Okay. 10 days is usually my max. Because again, if we don't put a deadline, they will procrastinate. And here we come on the 10th day and they haven't ordered. But I want to cover 2 Fridays. So I'm going to say save and continue. And now the party is set up. So let me just get out of this for a minute, just so y'all to see it. There it is. There's the party we just set up. Do you see that? Now you can go back in there. We got out of it. And the party link is right here. All you do is copy and paste that website into wherever you're sharing it, whether it's Facebook Messenger to the hostess, whether it's online, whether you're doing a Facebook group for the party, however you're doing your party, that's the shopping link that if they click on, Heather will get credit for those orders. Okay. If you just give her your website, it will be a retail order. Heather will not get credit, and you cannot move the orders once the order has been placed directly on your website. Because at that point, we've already probably started processing and shipping. We ship pretty quickly now. Okay. It's a virtual party. Here's all the things you already answered. It has my address in there because I said I was the hostess. If you go to the next thing, Insider. So over on the left, there's Party and Insider. The Insider, you've got your information. It should say Heather if we were doing it real, but and then you've got the Hostess Portal. So after my hostess gets her very first order, I don't do it until she gets the first order. I send this to her and she can log in. You can hit the send button and email it to the email that's on this party, or you can copy and paste it. This allows her to log in and see the orders that are being placed on her party. So this is more party training, but I want y'all to see that. I don't send that until they get their first order because they can't see anything until they do. Okay. And then as the orders come in, let's go to one of my other parties that I have open. Okay, here's my own party that I'm doing. As the orders come in under the orders tab, you see this here, you will see that there's been 2 orders placed. Okay, and it's at $350. So right now, the Insider, which is me, has earned $30. Okay. So that kind of shows you how the orders are coming in. All right. Let me just check this. Ooh, yes, Heather, I like your party name too. Copy, paste that, do that. Sometimes I don't use the word party. Sometimes I just say totes and treats, especially right now for this season. Yeah, I love that. Okay. So now you've got your date. We've done the link. Now you're going to make a guest list. So I said you can send that link, but who are you going to send it to? I don't want you just to slap it out there and expect everybody to come and order from you. It takes work, no different than planning a wedding or no different than planning a birthday party or your parents' anniversary party. You've got to have a guest list and you've got to make sure they personally get the invitation. Facebook is crazy. I'm telling y'all, Facebook will hide everything. Okay. So don't just assume because you put it on Facebook that someone's has seen it. I have missed babies being born, weddings happening because they put it on Facebook. I was like, I didn't know you get married. And they said, oh, I put it on Facebook. Well, I didn't see it. Facebook doesn't show everybody everything. So don't assume that just because you posted the link that everybody that you think that would want to shop sees it. Your Frank list. Let me tell you what Frank stands for. Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids connections. So I should actually add that in here. Let me just do that while we're on here. Let me tell you what that stands for. Okay, just in case you're taking notes. It's friends, relatives, acquaintances. Let me spell it right. Acquaintances. No, I didn't spell it right. You are laughing here. This tells me I need it. Acquaintances, neighbors. I'm going to update this slide. Neighbors and kids connections. So if you're making your guest list, who would you invite? Think about the Frank when you're hosting people or coaching people to do their parties. Who are the friends? Who are your top 5 friends? Who are your top 5 relatives? Who's top 5 acquaintances that maybe they're coworkers, 5 neighbors, and 5 kids connections that you know through your children. And when you do that, you'll have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 people on your list already to invite. That's a great party list. If you had a party at your home, would it hold 25 people? That's a great party list if they all show up. Okay. Of course, you want to over invite, but there you go. All right. So let's get you started. So you've got your link set up, you've got your launch party set up. There is a how-to guide that comes with your kit. It's online in your new consultant section that you can read. It gives you tons of words to say. It really walks you through that frank list and the who do you know. It gives you the words to say here. It gives you some party tips, and it gives you some coaching your hostesses tips. Okay, so make sure you're looking at that how-to guide that comes with your kit. It's online for you to look at under the new consultant section. All right, so let's talk about the next +3. So we've got about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna open it up to questions. But let's talk about the Me +3. The Me +3 is kind of a formula that if you will use this, you should earn everything in your AMP Jumpstart program. Do y'all remember that program I talked about? Let me just click on it. The AMP Jumpstart program. In your first 90 days, you can earn all 7 of these things. And we want you to do your launch party. When do you want to do your launch party? We want you to do that in your first 2 weeks. Do you remember that? Your first 2 weeks. So of course you've got your launch party going, but you're going to need more help getting all those products earned. So let's talk about the Me +3. I want you to think about 3 friends that would be your first insiders, your first hostesses. And I want you to be confident that there is something in it for them. This is our current hostess program. It changes on September the 1st. For the $1,000 level, we're actually going to change it to $300 here and not do the free one, okay? Because they would rather have the insider money. But 3 people that have the minimum, I shared with you guys, the minimum is $500. We highlight that because at the $500 level, your hostesses get $100 shopping spree. That's a lot of money to spend for free. Walmart does not reward you if you buy a big screen TV. They don't give you $100 free to spend on whatever you want. But at 31, we do. When your party gets to $500, whether it's your purchases or other purchases that are on that party, as long as the party hits 500, you'll get a $100 shopping spree. You'll be able to choose 3 items at 50% off, and you can get 2 insider exclusives at a discount, at the discounted rate. Those are items that are not available to all the customers. They're set aside as kind of exclusive items just for our hostesses to purchase, okay? But this is the level that's our minimum, and you usually can get there with about 10 customers. 10 customers spending $50 will get you there. So $50 is actually a low spend. Our average spend right now in our company is about $75, okay? But let's just set our goal for 10 people for every party that will get a $500 party. So you're doing your launch party. Now you've got 3 people doing this, and all 3 of you guys, let's go here. Your launch party is $500. This is the minimum. And you've got 3 friends that are hosting parties in your first 30 days. Hopefully we can get those going right away. If not, definitely in your first 90. We get each of them to the minimum of $500 so they can earn the $100 shopping spree. You will have $2,000 in sales, $500 for yours, $1,500 from these 3. That gets you $2,000 in sales in your first 30 days if you did that. You make 25% on everything that you sell. So $2,000 in sales is a $500 commission check. You've got your kit. Some of you guys may have incentives to get a kit for free. So I've put that box in there. And then of course your AMP Jumpstart. If you sold $2,000 in your first 30 days, you would earn, I think 6 of those products. Let's go back and look at that. Yeah. If you did 6,000, or if you did 2,000 in your first 30 days, that's you plus 3 hostesses getting to 500. You would earn the first 6. That's pretty good incentive to earn right away. So we want you to start strong with the launch party for sure. That will get you your free website for 2 more months. Okay, so definitely do the launch party. We can add on some friends, and really truly that is having the conversation. That's me calling and saying, hey Penny, I'm really excited about my new business. I'm looking to my friends to help me get started, and I've got these $100 shopping sprees that I can give when your party reaches 500. Would you be interested in hosting a August party with me? Okay, and I didn't say for me, I said with me, because your job again is to do the solution selling. Her job is to get the people there. So we can totally do a whole party training, but this is kind of your formula. All right, so let's talk just a minute about that $50 Pika credit, because this is a big one. You can recruit, you can sponsor, you can talk about it, tell people about the 31 opportunity in all of our 50 states. We can only recruit as US consultants, we can only recruit in the US right now. We do have consultants in Canada, but they cannot recruit in Canada or in US, and we cannot recruit in Canada. But it only takes one sometimes to grow into leadership. So here are me with people from my direct team. All of these girls are from my direct team. So I was able to move into directorship because of these girls that are joining my team. And so I want you to think about, who do you know, not just in your backyard, but who have you known from your history, your longevity on this planet? Who have you ran into that you can reconnect with and tell them about your business? So you may start by sharing the opportunity with them, seeing if they want to become a consultant alongside you. And if they say no, then you invite them to be one of your hostesses. If they say no to that, then you ask them if they would like to shop your totes and treats party. Okay, so if you're looking to move into leadership, if you're looking to grow that paycheck quickly, it's better to get there when you have a team of people doing the same thing. Okay, and it's more fun for sure. But for every girl that you bring in that sells $1,000 in her first 90 days, you will get a $50 Pika credit. So set a goal. How many Pika credits do you want to earn before January 1st so you can pay for your winter catalogs? Okay, so think about that. All right. So let's move on to the last thing. So I'm going to end this workshop. We're right at the hour mark with giving you a 24-hour doorstep challenge. So here's what I know. I know having products in your hand with your name on it will help you and excite you to share your business. You may have a kit that's on its way, but I want you, as you get started, I want you to do a doorstep challenge. It is so much fun to get a package delivered to you, to go through the customer experience yourself. When you go through the customer experience and use your shopping link, you can see and know what they do, so you can support your customers better because you've shopped as a customer as you're on your launch party as well. So I'm going to give you a 24-hour doorstep challenge. So it's going to start today, Saturday, August the 6th. If you're on here live, you're getting this challenge. If you shop on your own shopping link within the next 24 hours, if you will send me a screenshot of that, I will send you some happy mail. Because here's what I know. I know that I could not support my customers if I did not go through the customer experience myself. So here's me on my doorstep. This is where I take most of my social media pictures. I've got a little stand that I set up in front of me and it takes the picture for me. Here's me with a large utility tote after I got married. Mine was plain, it had nothing on it. I got married, I put my new last name on it. I've got a Cindy tote that has the 31 logo. This is my business bag that I use when I go to different events to put my catalogs and stuff in. I've got a backpack with a W on it that I carry to the farmer's market, I carry to the ball fields, and I have ink pens and stuff in there if people ask me about it. And then we go to the UT football game. So here's me with a little wristlet with the UT and it says Tennessee on it. And this is what I do. When I get stuff, I take pictures of me holding it and I post it on my Instagram account. You guys can follow me over there on that. And I post these pictures. But I would not be able to do this if I was only relying on 31's graphics. So I'm challenging you guys in the next 24 hours to buy something from the fall or Halloween collection and personalize it just for you. If you place an order on your launch party or your totes and treats party in the next 24 hours and you send me a screenshot, I'm going to send you some happy mail, because I know having the customer experience yourself will make you a better consultant to support those that are shopping with you. Okay. All right. So that's everything. That's a whole lot. So let me stop sharing this just for a minute. And some of you guys are still on here. It's been an hour, but I want to open it up to any questions that you guys have. If you have questions about your website, if you have questions about setting up a party, if you have questions about any of the things we talked about, now's the time to ask. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let me move the questions over so I can read them. Okay, let's see. Krista, you said, I don't know if you mentioned or not, but if you get 500 in your first 30 days, you get your website for free for 2 more months. Yes. So remember I told you in your AMP Jumpstart, there is 7 products or 7 things that you can earn. 6 of them are products, but if you do 500 in your first 30 days, there's actually that little icon I showed you. That's the computer. you get a free website for 2 months, 2 more months. So your storefront is very important to have, and to get it for free for 2 months and earn the products and earn our fall incentive if you're doing that. Okay. I'm not sure about being able to recruit in other countries yet, just because we don't have the treaties. You have to have treaties, and the tax laws are different. So right now we have lots of growth opportunity in the United States, which our primary language is English. And so we also have not moved into Mexico yet, because having to translate everything into Spanish. So right now we feel like we have plenty of growth opportunity in the US. We only have about 30,000 active consultants right now. And other, like, we have lots of opportunity in the US. So think about who you know in other states. Okay. Yes, the 24-hour door challenge. I want it to be personalized. It has to be personalized to get the happy mail. And the reason why is because I want you to walk through the whole hostess experience or customer experience. I want you to add it to a link. I want you to go through the personalization studio. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay, Penny.
On the Jumpstart program, I saw your slide and the products have changed. Because I think for my next one was $2,000 was the Cindy tote, and that one you showed something else. Will I be getting what's off of this new one now?
So I believe we are flipping over to the new products. So when you hit the 2,000, we've got this stadium blanket here. So they changed the AMP Jumpstart twice a year. Usually, well, it always has been twice a year. And they changed the products to go with the season. So the Cindy tote that we had on there, I don't think is, it's not going forward into the fall catalog. So it has changed now. They did say that because we used to have a $4,000 level. We did not have the 700, but we had the 4,000. They said if you get to the 4,000, they will still honor that. But they changed this so you get products in your hands that are current. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. What else you guys got? Penny, you're doing good. You've already qualified, meaning you've sold your first $1,000. So congratulations and thank you. You're my personal recruit. So I will tell everybody that I earned a $50 credit from Penny when she sold her first 1,000, which was super cool because that's how I bought my fall catalog. So thank you, Penny. Krista, you're just getting started, but you've got your first girl underneath you. And so you'll get that Pika credit once she hits 1,000 in her first 90 days. And so you're doing well. And Heather, I know you're still on. So I think it's, I think it's Heather still on. So if you guys have any questions, definitely reach out to your sponsor, definitely reach out to your director. And then really honestly, just stay connected to 31today.com. That's where all the newness, all the announcements, all the information is out there. 9 times out of 10, the questions that you have are there. As a new consultant, I would tell you to finish your new consultant training, get all those pink check marks, send it to your sponsor. When you've got it done, she'll probably celebrate with you. And if you have any questions about just ordering, or if you have questions about setting up links, we also have a chat feature on TOT during office hours at home office, or a telephone number you can call as well. Okay, so if your sponsor works full-time during the day and can't get back to you, you can always call our home office. They'll be willing to help you as well. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being on here. I will post the recording so you guys can share it with potential team members. Have a great Saturday. Bye, guys.